everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. This is the first game of the Interregio, the French Interregio 2025. We were playing against the Belgian who have a quite good team, and I was paired against Shizuu, who was playing at ETC for Team France, but he's good friend with the Belgian and also was living there for a while, so that's why he's playing with them. So yeah, some interesting match for us. First good test for us in the tournament to see to see if we can validate our ambition to claim back the title. So this is the first game. My list, you know it already. So basically the switch for my ETC list was the full blunderbuss core instead of the full vassal, and the rest remains the same. For my opponent, he was playing also his ETC list. You could be familiar with it if you followed Shizuu or maybe some of his battle reports. So he has Master Pyro on Great Eagle, so it's a special list. You will see it's not so common for Highborn Elf. He has some really house mage choice. Then he has the BSB Commander Queen Companion, block of spear with the Stalker, 2 units of Ellen River, and that's a trademark unit that Shizuu is playing, and it has really nice combo with the Pyro, for example, with the Pillars of Fire. So he likes to infiltrate those units and then use Pillars of Fire, Dragon Breath and so on to make this unit much more scarier than you might have think before. 2 Phoenix, 1 Fire, 1 Frost, the Queen's Guard unit with Becalming, and then also another unit that Shizuu likes a lot but that we didn't see a lot on the battlefield are the Flame Warden. So he's playing 2 units of Flame Warden with standard beer. Matchup analysis, we play secure target and refuse flank. So yeah, I talk about his list. It's MMU single model together, so a lot of mobility in the list, and it's a special list that he plays. I know it because I followed his game and we talk a lot together. I think the primary is rather to his advantage. I have enough played secure target with my list that is not so mobile to figure out that it's a primary that I struggle on. In most of the cases I play for a draw, but it's hard to win for me. In most cases, so definitely not the one that I like the most. And refuse flank makes it diagonal where you have 2 flanks to defend, it could open some gaps in the strong flank. For example, in the big triangle of Shizuu, he could use that to his advantage. He will win the role. The first role, which I think it's important to mention before we talk about secondary, he will win the role and choose to be attacker, which I think make a lot of sense here, because he can start to take board control and do the range damage. I think I would have done the same if I would have had the choice. And you will see the map is not so relevant actually. For Infernal Dwarves, I will keep the banners, which is I think the easiest one, and he needs to kill one of my blunderbuss unit. So I think it's doable for him if he target that. Pass to victory for Infernal Dwarves, range damage, held a solid line, good counter charges, no sweet spot for his single model to land. I think that's pretty clear. And also for the light cavalry, I know that he likes to exploit those sweet spots, so I need to pay attention to that. For Highborn Elves, I think play wide, focus on the primary. He could use an aggressive approach here, I think, to try to focus on the primary. If he would just held back, it's also a possibility, but he cannot win that game, and he will most likely lose it. So I don't think it's really an option here. I think overall the matchup, I put it as slightly positive because I have the range damage advantage with the Master Pyro and the shooting, and I have resilient units which are hard to break. Even if he gets an opportunity against one of my units, it's still stubborn first round, and if I get decent counter charge, that could be hard for him. Deployment wise, we got the following deployment. So Shizuu dropped everything for first turn. I just gave him impassable facing one of the target. I felt could be annoying for him, but other than that I got nothing crazy. I have a good wall for me that I can use as cover for one of my units of blunderbuss that will be on the weak flank, and the other one will be on the strong flank, and I could use on my strong flank this field, which could be also interesting. But at the same time, I cannot really go into the field because that would cancel my resistance to flaming, and then it could give him opportunity to use his flaming attack with the Queen's Guard and the mage, so I need to pay attention to that. His deployment, he went with Flame Warden, Light Cav, Frost, Spear, Mage, Then just behind you have the Queen's Guard, you have the Fire Phoenix, another Flame Warden unit, and the other Light Cav unit. And yeah, I thought two options. Clearly I need to play for one, and the other one will be hard to play for me, because he has so much mobility. If I put anything away from the rest of the battle line, it will be easily targeted by Shizuu. So I don't think I can really do that. I thought two opportunities. Either I play rather down in the small triangle, which could be counterintuitive, because if you look at Shizuu's deployment, he put a lot of units in his small triangle. So what I tried to do here is to play my strong flank with as many units as I could to tell him, okay, I will be facing you, and if you want to move forward, then I have double flamethrower facing your spear guys, I have my blunderbuss here covering both flanks, and here I have the rocket battery. So if you attempt to really come straight at me, that could be very dangerous for you, because yeah, I could easily kill a bit of models, and after that it could be dangerous for you. And I put the Lugars on the far left. So I tried that. We'll discuss about the second option at the end of the battle report. I think it's also interesting to analyze, but after the game. His turn 1, that's his Vanguard move, and his turn 1, yeah, obviously I covered all the angle that he has no sweet spot on turn 1. Straight on, he activates the first unit of Light Cav to tempt me to charge, so basically it's a bait. But at the same time, if I don't charge, that could be annoying to kill those guys with range damage, because they are very resilient. Not resilient, but he has a lot of bodies, and it's very likely that I don't finish the unit. And after that, he could easily use them as chaff again. He put the unit facing my Pyro Mage, so I have no line of sight over them. So as long as they are here, I cannot get my rocket battery within 18 of the Fire Phoenix, and I cannot get the Pyro into this guy. So yeah, the Pyro onto another unit than the Light Cav. So interesting first move, and he starts to activate on this flank with the Flame Warden. He will start to move those guys for this point here, and he moves also the Mage south, and those guys push to the flanks. So I know that he will be trying to pushing here. Magic Face, he failed the cage on 3 dice, get Fireball. I think he got Fireball, but I dispel Hereditary. Shooting, he kills 2 of my Immortals, and that's about it, my first turn. I will attempt the charge because I knew it was a trap and he wanted me to charge, but I also considered that if I don't charge, it's very likely that they survive and they can chaff me again. That could be annoying. And I thought about, I cannot charge with those guys because there is the mage, I want to shoot and so on, so I didn't want to charge with them. With the blunderbuss as well, that would be too dangerous. So I charged with the BSB unit, and my thought process was, first of all, there is a good chance that he escapes, so he ended up here. So basically this option, if he flees, I don't catch him, this unit is free, can move forward, do Pyro, shoot the Phoenix, so that's perfect. Second option, I catch him. Depends how he flees, but most likely I would end up somewhere here in middle of the map. Then there is a good chance that I can put everybody in the front, and even if I can't, I have the BSB inside the unit, I'm bodyguard, so even if I take a flank charge, as long as I'm bodyguard and not so at risk to be killed with the BSB, and I got counter charge, I mean he can charge me with multiple units, I should be able to hold. So it's not that bad. And third option, I cannot reform in a good way, I feel it's too dangerous for me. After I catch him, then I can basically just put a unit behind and prepare a way to jump over and then rally disciplined in the back of my line. Not perfect, but I would have killed 1 unit of chaff, he would have made some failed charge, not the end of the world. So I was thinking, okay, in the 3 cases, I'm okay with that. Obviously the last option is not the best, but I feel I have enough plan A, B, C to take that charge. So I took the charge, he flee, I didn't catch him, I failed charge that way, which allows those guys to move in range, and the rest stays a bit where I am. I have here the Lugar covering, here I kept some safe distance for the moment. I will give some time for my range damage to do some job. I get a cage on the cavalry here, I kill 2, I want to stop them to taking too much movement ability, so I block them. Then I shoot with 2 rocket batteries, so I have the first one, 3 up, 3 up. He has a ward save 4 up, and the second one is the same, 3 up, ward save 4 up. And I managed to do a total of 4 wounds, so I could have expected to kill him, but didn't, but at least he has only 1 wound left, so it's almost dead. And then with the blunderbuss I will do a ton of damage into this unit, I kill 6 of them. I don't think I have any other shooting inside, but yeah, really good job here from my shooting And that's the, I think that's the 4 wounds, yeah, from the 2 rocket batteries. So as you can see, it's really average to make that. His turn 2. What did he do? So he attempted a charge on a 6 with the Flame Warden into my blunderbuss. His idea was he can activate that as chaff and only suffer the stand and shoot, which is, I think, quite interesting. Then he moved forward with the spears. Those guys will rally in the rally phase. He pushed those guys don't move because of the cage, and the Phoenix move back and save his point for the moment. Those guys start to move for this one, and that's about it, I think. In the magic phase, he went with Hereditary and Pyro Flow on my War Machine, did 1 wound. I dispelled the cage. On my turn 2, I elected to push a bit forward to get those guys in range. Here I'm in range, here I'm in range, and here I'm in range, so I have double Nafta in range, thinking that could be a good phase. I have my Lugar as counter charge. Those guys, yeah, nothing crazy. I just reposition my blunderbuss, not risking any charge right now. But as you can see, I'm so far away from this objective, and it's going to be very hard to reach for me because he's putting a lot of units in front of me, and I cannot really allow him to push to my flank here and go around and try to hunt my backline. At least I don't want to. In the magic phase, I get a cage, but I roll 4 times a 1, so I get all my dice backs. I get Hereditary. He dispelled the cage, but I got Hereditary into those guys, which is nice. I also get a Flaming Sword on one of my units of Immortal, thinking I get 1 reroll to wound on 3+, and the other one on 2+, no reroll. So that's perfect. That should kill most of the unit, actually. But like it often happens with the Nafta when you got so juicy phase, I roll a 1 on one of the machine. So I only get the second one, but on 2+ rollable with the Flaming Sword, I'm able to kill 11. The blunderbuss on the left will kill real world quite nice, a bit above average, kill 4 of the Flame Warden here. So that's quite good. And I will shoot at the Phoenix with this guy. He will roll 2 ward save, and the other one on the mage, he will roll 1 ward save, so I do nothing with the rocket this turn. Which is okay, as you can see, that's on the mage, so it's 50% chance of doing nothing. Interestingly, 10% chance of killing the mage straight, which could have been nice. And on the Phoenix, as you can see, it's a small chance of killing him, but I have a good 21% chance of doing 4 wounds or more, which is really nice. And average is about 2 wounds, which would have been also good, but this time I rolled 0 wound, which is not a big issue. His turn 3 will double charge me with the Phoenix and the Flame Warden, and I'm standing shooting. He stayed on the Flame Warden first. I kill again like a good amount, like 4, so that was quite good. And basically his idea is that the Phoenix can chaff my Lugar, and he has resistance against fire, which is quite good. He's preparing his mage to counter charge next turn, so quite interesting here. He uses his chaff unit, which recovered in between, and is able to chaff my counter charge on the left here. So basically I have only 1 counter charge of Lugar, which is quite interesting for him, because it's not that good, but Citadel Guard are still resilient. He pushes those guys forward, pushes the Flame Warden out of my Immortal line of sight, and pushes also the cavalry here. So basically he is using the cover from the wall, because the way it works, this guy will see the wall with the middle of the unit and 1 corner, so it's hard target basically. I cannot shoot him right now. I will also, it will be a possibility for him to charge me with the cavalry to deactivate the stand and shoot, because he's too close, and then I have no stand and shoot, and he gets a nice counter charge. So that's quite good, the setup that he gets on this turn 3. You see some good charges, good chaff here, pushing on a weak zone that I didn't really, yeah, I think the idea was for the shooting I needed to be like that, but I think I could have covered that angle a bit more. I underestimated here a little bit his push on the left, and that's definitely a risk for me. I dispel the cage. He get a dragon roar, I think, in the combat, but I don't care too much. But he also get Hereditary, which I care a bit more about. Yeah, we will do some wounds. I will pass some ward saves, so I don't do that much actually. I remember him rolling a lot of ward save. He only used maybe 1 of the Miladies, but I'm not sure. So not that crazy. I think he uses 1 Miladies, and I do pretty much nothing on the Flame Warden. Phoenix as well, I stick on 8 rollable. And on my turn, yeah, I make some calculation, and I charge with the Lugars. So he reformed to the flank. I charged with the Lugar because I'm still bringing a charge, still bringing a banner, some ranks. Yeah, I already have 2 ranks here, so I think I didn't bring more ranks. But I thought that was quite interesting, and basically my idea here, I charge here and then I will reform in a way to try to get those points. I'm thinking here long term. He might take my Lugar unit down, that might take a bit of time. He might take my Citadel Guard down, but then I'm going to get him at some point. So that's really the idea. Here I'm getting the NAFTA to shoot here. And here I'm putting a setup where basically no matter where he charge, I have a counter charge. So that's basically the idea. Those guys are all in range to shoot. That's 23 shot, strength 5. That could do a ton of damage here. So we'll try to take that. In the magic phase, he binding troll hereditary, but I get a cage into his Phoenix, which is what I wanted because this cancelled the resilience basically. Blunderbuss, I killed 3 cavalry only, but that's enough to make him shaken, which is nice for me. The NAFTA will kill 8 of those guys, so he has like 7 left. So very good job from the NAFTA here. The spear guys are not a threat anymore. And the mages make another ward save on my rocket battery shot. And the Lugar rolled quite well. I think I make only 1 wound on the Phoenix. Yeah, I think I make only 1 wound on the Phoenix, which is okay. You see the math. So basically I'm starting with 2 ranks. I have a charge, I have 2 standards, and I have a flank. So that's 7, where he has a rank and a banner. So I'm on +5 on the static res, which is quite nice. You see the bodies that we have left. I remember the Phoenix, yeah, I make 1 wound with the Lugars, which is not that much. And he strikes, I think, as much as he could to the Citadel and makes a good stomp at the end to basically allow him to draw the combat, which was obviously disappointing for me. I expected to win that one, and he's far away from BSB. His BSB is all the other way around with the Queen's Guard. So here I was expecting him to test, and if one of those break, that would definitely help me a lot in this fight. But that didn't happen. Yeah, I remember it was again quite hot on dice, and basically I was still in combat. I killed those guys, and you will see I will do an interesting reform. Basically I will look like that, and I will give this unit my flank. He has 7-8 model left, less than 2 ranks. I'm not too scared. I have my BSB in base contact, and I'm thinking either you charge me or you don't, but then I can charge this combat, and there is no way you can chaff me otherwise. So you need to find a way, and if you charge me, you need to be lucky to stick me, because it's not that easy, since I have 4 ranks. Grid banner is going to cancel one of my ranks, but still he has just a rank, a charge and a flank. We are on a draw, so then it's up to the wounds, and I have the grinding guy. We are in the field, so my BSB is rerolling to wounds. So I was thinking, yeah, that could be very dangerous for him, and again he's out of BSB. His turn. He's going to, sorry, I have some math already displayed, but it's going to charge here with his Flame Warden. He's going to charge me in the flank, like I mentioned. He has like 7-8 guys left to charge my flank, to stick me. He's going to charge with his mage in the flank of my Lugars, Disciples of Lugar. Yeah, that's how it is. I can do nothing about that. Here he stays where she is. He's just scoring here. Those guys are shaken, like I said. And that's about it. And I think here, yeah, I could reform in a way that I don't have line of sight. So I could have potentially, I don't think I could have done that better due to those guys wanting to be in the front. But maybe I could have pushed my Immortal a bit more forward. Anyway, in the magic phase, my opponent's going to get a Dragon Roar on the Phoenix. I dispel Hereditary. And that's about it, I think. What happened then in a close combat? So from the bottom, the stat that I displayed, yeah, my Immortal, we are basically, I have 3 ranks a banner. He has a charge, 2 ranks a banner. We're on draw. He's far away from BSB again. And you see, on average, I should win by 1. That's what should happen. In that case, I only did 1 wound. He did 3 wounds to me. And in that case, he won the combat, but I stick on my check. So at least that's that. But yeah, I lost by 2, which makes it, I think, 8 rollable. But I was still here, but a bit surprised by that outcome, obviously. Then the spear combat here, which is very important, because like I said, if he flees, then my turn I can charge and get a lot of points. You see the top of the map, how it looks like. No matter what happened in that combat, I could be in a way to charge stuff and get points. And remember, that's also about the scoring unit, because we are on turn 4. I started the game. So basically, if I clean any scoring on the top of the map in the turn 4, is only 1 up down. And then we have 5 and 6 to kill the Queen's Guard, put pressure. Maybe something can happen. You never know. So that's still an opening for me to play the primary, would be to clean those units, because you see those Immortal are also ready to get the spear in case they flee. So I could really be, that could be really a turning point. And what happened in the combat here, basically, he did some wound, I rolled quite good, and I had like a 4 and a 5, no reroll, and he made that check. So that's huge, because he sticks me for a turn, I turn around, I'm going to kill him, but yeah, that's huge, because this unit is not free to do anything here, and this unit is obviously blocked by the other one. The main combat, that's my turn to have some luck. I'm going to do 3 wounds this time on the Phoenix, so you see the odds. So this time I get the 13% chance to do 3 wounds or more. I do 3 wounds, and my Citadel Guard, the 2 attacks, or 2 or 3 attacks, 2 attacks I think, finish the Phoenix. So I kill the Phoenix, at least that's that. He kill all my Citadel, and I turn around to face his mage. So yeah, the game is still on. Unfortunately, the game took a long time. And the turn 4 is unfortunately already the last turn of the game. So yeah, that's the odd of the Phoenix. My turn 4, what happened? Here we're in combat. Here I turn around to shoot here. Here I turn around, I'm going to kill them. Here we're stuck in combat, and here I charge to get them. Basically, that's about it. And the Phoenix died. Yeah, like you can see. I'm going to put all the magic and shooting into those guys, so I get a Pyro Flow kill 3. I dispel the Dragon Roar for dice against 4. But I get some more wounds with the shooting of the Naphtha and the rocket, so I get half point. The close combat here, I have 2 ranks, a banner, he has nothing, so I'm up by 3. We do both 1 wound each, so it's a check on a 6, no reroll, very very important, that's almost 700 points here. But he made that check again, so unfortunately I don't get those. Obviously here, I think I didn't charge with them, so I just killed them here. Those guys, I'm going to kill them, obviously. And the last combat here, this time, he has less attack than before. He hasn't the charge anymore, so I'm winning on static. This time I roll way better, and I break him, and I run him down. So I get a good chunk of points out of this unit, which is really nice to finish the game. So yeah, overall I took 2,216 points. My opponent took only the blunderbuss unit, but that was enough to do his secondary objective. And I lose the primary, I make my secondary, which was to save 3 banners, and I win the game 12-8 at the end. Game analysis, yeah, I took the time of the game was quite interesting. My opponent took more time than me because he was the captain, had a lot of timeout to make. I think it's not very realistic to achieve a game in 3 hours with timeout to make for potentially 5 teammates. That's already 15 minutes away with the timeout, plus moving to the table, coming back and so on, sometimes taking a bit longer. That's almost 20 minutes away from the game already straight, and I think that was here the difference to not making to turn 5, which could have been really interesting if you see the situation here. I mean, my 5, his 5, he has like here I think like 2 or 3 guys. They could potentially charge here, obviously. Could have tried that for him, that would have been something interesting. Then I have my Immortal that end up quite like here. Could try to push for something. I have also the blunderbuss that could try to push for something, but he will be out of range. So I could do, I think, at best, some more magic, taking those points, maybe threaten the mage, but that's not so sure. I think most likely my Lugar is still here, and then I claim, because that's going to be my 4. I kill, I turn around, then his 4, he could charge here. And then his 5, and then my 5, I could charge potentially some stuff up top. So I still had, I think, some opportunities here to take some points towards the end of the game, but that's how it is. I think Highborn Elf happy to take the role and be the attacker. I would have probably done the same. Deployment, I think I didn't give me the best chance to win it, to draw it. You will see, I think it was better and a bit not so intuitive, but to play on the weak flank, on the small triangle, because it's a part of the map where I struggle the most to bring scoring unit close to the point. A nice attack and sacrifice from Highborn Elf to win the primary. I think we can recon that, and then you see it was a bit back and forth. Sometimes it was a bit lucky, sometimes it was me, sometimes unlucky. I mean, that's how dice goes, so nothing here really to say about that. I think what I can regret on the micro level is on my turn 2 pushing the blunderbuss on the left. You saw I was a bit lucky on the shot, killing like 8 before combat. Could have been less, and it would have been even more dangerous to fight them. So I think here I should have, and also considering the fact that the Citadel Guard are my second objective, I should have kept them back. And I really want him to engage with my Immortal first, not those guys. So I think here that wasn't really the right play, and that was definitely too risky. Turn 4, turn 5, yeah, turn 3, turn 4, you see the big combat went back and forth, and stressful fight for the mage to end the game. About deployment, yeah, I think what I could have done, because we consider the counter deployment, since he deployed everything for first turn, we can stay on the same setup. You see here the scoring unit, 1, 2, 3, and 1 here. So basically there is really 1 to contest here. The rest will be hard to really approach. The Queen's Guard here, I don't believe it, and the Spear are too far, so it's really hard. He most likely needs to keep those guys for this one, because, yeah, I mean, he needs to score with something, or he needs to bring the Queen's Guard. That's also a possibility. But basically, I could play against that and say, okay, blunderbuss go here, they vanguard like that. So basically, if you stay here or somewhere here, you're going to be killed quickly, very quickly. If you go away, then I'm free, I can push to your flank. And this point, basically, I need to soak this point, make sure that I put so many units, it's a traffic jam, is not going to be able to approach it, and I make that point no matter what. And then I can have Lugars here pushing in the ruin, also where they are far away from the Phoenix, that were really annoying for them. I can have my Immortal also here in the ruin pushing forward with the Nafta, and then closing with more Immortals, the wall, and the other blunderbuss here, and my rocket battery here. So basically, playing a bit more on the map and thinking, okay, if we cut that in 2, more or less like that, we have 1 scoring here, we have 3 up top, so we play on the bottom. And it's also where he has an impassable, has not so many units. As you can see, 1 to 3 unit max, and all the rest is on top of the map. So maybe not play too stubborn and say, okay, I'm going to face you and crush you and run you down and go through your army, because that is not likely to happen. And in the way he was able to win the primary. And I think I could have played here for the draw and say, okay, all my shooting and my magic will be focusing those 15 Flame Warden, and I want to clean them as soon as possible. So Nafta, Thrower, Pyromancy, everything on a scoring. And that's exactly the strategy that I played when I faced Eknights at ETC, Dread Elf. That's exactly what I did, focusing the scoring unit that are near the point and really playing for that defense of the point first of all, and not losing the primary, which is worth a lot of points. So I think here that's my main regret. I think on the macro level I picked the wrong way to approach this game considering his deployment. So interesting. Regarding the round, it went really well. As you can see, we have 5 good wins, a little loss, which makes us capping this first round against the Belgians. So really nice round for us, a good start in the tournament. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and talk to you soon on the channel for game number 2. Goodbye, take care.